My name's Emily and I'm the manager for the Emerging Minds Network, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our first funding call, which is now live. We are going to be focusing particularly on 3 of our 4 research challenges. So embracing complexity, voices, power and attitudes, and supporting the supporters. We'll be returning to the big question, our first research challenge, later in 2020. The funding is for targeted research projects and pilot studies with the potential to generate future research opportunities. So we're really anticipating that the projects will be up to around 12 months duration, although we are flexible about that. And one of the key elements for us is that each application must have a lead from a higher education institution or a co-lead, because we really are keen that applicants do foster collaborations across sectors and disciplines. So we do encourage you to identify co-leads from other sectors, but that is a really important factor for the applications due to the Emerging Minds Network funding from the UK Research Councils. I'm going to talk a little bit about the criteria against which we'll be assessing the applications, and you can find more about this in our funding call brief, which is available to download from our website. There are 3 main categories of criteria. One is the potential for impact. The second is around collaboration and involvement and the extent to which the applications make the most of that. And finally, looking at research excellence and the quality of the planning and management. And hopefully you'll see that they reflect the cross-cutting priorities that are identified by stakeholders in our initial consultation. So, and the details are available, as I say, in that funding call brief, but really that first category of impact is really about, first and foremost, considering whether the application is likely to make a significant contribution to our overall aim, which is reducing the prevalence of mental health problems in children and young people. And within that, the extent to which the project will enable us to make significant progress towards the research challenges that we're focusing on. And really just, the extent to which the project is going to be useful for those that can use and implement the findings. So the second category for criteria is around collaboration and involvement. And the focus here is really looking at the extent to which particularly young people, family members and other key stakeholders are meaningfully involved in aspects of the project. But also, this is where we'll be looking at the extent to which the project makes the most of those opportunities for collaborations across disciplines and across sectors as well, so engaging non-academic partners. And a really important one we'd like to highlight here as well is around the extent to which early career researchers are involved in the project and taking on substantive lead roles in the project with appropriate support. This is particularly important for us because we've got a particular goal to kind of help support early career researchers develop their work and their research. So the third area of criteria is around research excellence and planning. And so really here we're going to be looking at whether the plans are well thought through, are realistic, and also looking at factors like the project team, making sure they've got the right abilities, and also looking at factors like value for money and risk management. So just going on then to the timeline. So the deadline for applications is the 21st of February. And another key date to highlight is that following the review of the applications, we will be shortlisting a small number of applications to take forward for interview. Those interviews will be carried out virtually, so using something like Zoom or Skype. And they will both take place right at the start of April, on the 2nd and 3rd of April. We will be holding an optional feedback event for applicants, so whether you are successful or unsuccessful, we'd invite you to join us for that. And that will be a chance for members of the review panel, including the children and young people that have been involved and the family members, to feedback, both kind of overall feedback on the applications, but also that would be a chance for you to receive specific feedback on your application. So we are holding 2 workshops, face-to-face workshops for interested applicants to come together with team members to develop their proposals with some support. And this is a chance to get feedback on your emerging proposals from those who will be involved in assessing the applications. They're taking place in Birmingham on the 24th of January and London on the 31st of January. And you can sign up for those through our website. Looking at the finances then, there's quite a lot of guidance about this in the funding call brief. But as an overview, we're looking to share up to about £200,000 in this funding round. So on the application form, we'll ask you to specify the size of the budget that you require, and that could be small, which is up to £15,000, medium, which is up to £30,000, or large, which is up to a maximum of £40,000. And there's some more detail in the brief, but this funding call does follow the usual Research Council parameters regarding full economic costs of the project. So we will, as you'll see in the application form, ask you to outline your full cost for the project with the view that academic partners can claim up to 80% of those costs. There are different guidelines for non-academic partners. So non-academic partners in applications can claim 100% of their project, although that's restricted up to 30% of the total costs applied for. You'll also see available on our website are our standard terms and conditions. So we've given you there an example of the offer letter you would receive from us, and we really encourage you to discuss that with your research development or contracts team, just to check that your institution will be able to agree to those terms.
We hope you found Emily's explanation of our funding call to be useful. Please stay tuned, as we also have 2 short audio podcasts which provide further information about it. For further detail, you can also head to our website and look at the funding tab, and there you can download the full funding call brief, check out the application form, and read our regularly updated FAQ page. If you have any other questions, please feel welcome to email us at info@emergingminds.org.uk. You can also follow us on Twitter at Emerging Minds UK and keep up to date with everything that's going on. Thank you very much.